Hi everybody, this is the tutorial for Muse. My name's Billy from Piano and Pies. Let's dig straight in. To play the song the easiest, we need a capo on the 3rd fret. If you're in need of a capo, then there's a link to one in the description below, so feel free to check that out. And to start with, we have 3 shapes that we need. And the first shape is just like a C major chord, but up 1, 2 frets. So we've got 5 up from the capo on the A, 4 on the D, an open G, 3 on the B, and an open E. We won't play the low E string. The second chord is an E minor chord, 0, 2, 2, and then 0 on the rest. And the last shape for the introduction is just like a C major chord, but take away your pointy finger to make C major 7. So that D shape is really called D add 4 add 9, but for now let's call it the D chord. And what we do is we're counting in groups of 6s when we strum. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So it's 1, 2, E and a, 2, 2, E and a. And we repeat that on the E minor, and then 2 times round for the C chord. Nice and slowly, I'll demonstrate it. So if you play around those parts twice, you get yourself the introduction. In fact, you're going to play it 2 more times for the first verse. That's when the vocals kick in. However, when we then get to the pre-chorus, things change a little bit. So it's worth mentioning, if you'd like the chord chart for this song, which has the full structure and all the chords within that structure, as well as another sheet of the chords and the lyrics matched up, let's say you're singing or playing along and you need to know which chord goes with which lyric, head on over to Patreon. I've got you covered. For the price of a coffee, you get access to not only this song, but well over 700 songs of all the latest releases wrought out professionally by myself. So yeah, feel free to check that out. But let's dig in with the pre-chorus, which is that D shape, 2 times to G. And G major can be played with 3 on the E, 2 on the A, 0, 0, 0, and a 3 on the high E. If you're familiar with G with the B string playing fret 3, it's just 2 different voicings of the same chord. So just go with whichever version you prefer. And after you've played around that twice, we get to the chorus. And the chorus is E minor to our D to C twice. And if you play around all those chords twice, you get yourself the chorus. So we now start to get a bit of repetition. This song is quite long and there's lots of parts to it, but it's largely the parts we've just looked at again. So just looking over to the notes, there is a second verse, and that is just the same as the first, which was the D shape to E minor, then the C shape twice. We then have a pre-chorus, that's the D to G twice, and then another chorus, E minor, D to C. We then get a little bit of a difference at the bridge. However, it is just a new part vocally and instrumentally, but the chords are just the same as another part of the chorus, E minor, to the D, 2 lots of C. And if you play around that 5 times, that's the full bridge. We then get a chorus, which is the usual set of chords 6 times round, and then we get to the outro, where things change yet again. So here's the final part of the song, the outro, E minor, to the D, 2 lots of C. We then go to E minor, to D, and G. We then go back to E minor, D, G, and finally E minor, D to C major, and that will get you to the end of the song. So there we go, that's everything you need to get through this song. Nothing too crazy to play, there's just a lot of part and a lot of structure, which is why I've brought out everything over on Patreon so you can follow it along rather than trying to memorise it. So if you found that useful, please do like and subscribe, which really helps out the channel, and consider getting that extra material over on Patreon, just like I mentioned. In fact, I want to say a quick thanks to the people floating by on the screen. Those folks are my active patrons, so the moment this video goes live, they'll get access to that content immediately. So thanks to them for their support, thanks to you for watching, I'll catch you in the next one.